Hello to all of you. Today, I invite you to look at a spread where you'll discover which man is secretly in love with you, someone who truly needs you, yet perhaps is still afraid to admit it to you. Alternatively, this could be a man who will soon enter your life, and in that case, you may want to prepare for this beautiful encounter. In each reading, we will first look at who you are, the events you're currently going through, what is happening around you, the energy you're in, and what kind of woman you are in love. Then we will certainly take a closer look at the man who is either around you or whom you need to know about. We'll explore what he thinks of you, what he feels toward you, and whether he is even in your field of energy. If he is, we'll closely examine who this handsome man is. If he hasn't entered your field yet, we'll see if there is a future man you'll meet, one you should pay attention to. Afterward, we'll look at what this man thinks about you, how he perceives you, his thoughts about you, and your future together. Of course, we'll address the most beloved question: what this man feels for you, his emotions, how strongly he's drawn to you, perhaps even his hidden desires that he's not yet showing you. We'll conclude by examining his actions toward you in the future, how he'll proceed, and a piece of advice for you on how best to take advantage of this opportunity. Well, let's get started. To perform this spread, I suggest you choose one of the three decks you see on the screen. It could be deck number 1, 2, or 3. Look closely at these decks. Feel which one draws you in the most. Your answers lie within it. Choose and we'll begin. For those who chose deck number 1, focus on yourself, your life, or maybe on a man you'd like to attract or someone you already have feelings for. Now I'll shuffle the deck for you and we'll see what the cards reveal. So I want to tell you that I see you as a woman who is currently very withdrawn, as if you've closed yourself off due to a past event. Perhaps you're in a state of solitude, preferring to be alone, not wanting to go out into the world. You seem deeply upset about something. Since this reading focuses on relationships, I suspect it has to do with your past experiences because we have the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This card speaks of a lingering disappointment, a wound or scar left on your heart by someone or something. Right now, I wouldn't say you're fully open to future love or to meeting a new man. A little spoiler, I don't see a man currently in your energy field who may be interested in you, but I do see someone in your future. So stay tuned as this reading is quite intriguing, and I think you'll gain clarity from it. You genuinely have strong potential to meet your love in the near future. But first, you need to focus on your current state. It's very clear that you're deeply closed off, and this past experience, or some truth you discovered about someone, seems to have broken your heart. You're going through a significant period of introspection, as if you're reassessing everything that has happened in your personal life. You're looking for a way out or for opportunities, perhaps seeking support from people who could help you move on and step into something new. It's as though you're trying to find balance in your life, especially in your personal life, yet it remains challenging. The events and situations in the outside world continue to upset you. I even sense that you might be trying to go on dates or meet new people, but it all feels off, like a struggle. Every new encounter, every experience seems to confirm the feeling that your chances for a happy future are fading. But let me tell you, this is absolutely not true. Absolutely not. I hope that after this reading, your opinion about your personal life will change significantly. I can clearly see that in all of this, the ray of happiness is your work, which brings you pleasure or the simple joy that comes from financial security. This, to some extent, brings you joy and prevents you from withdrawing into yourself completely. I also see that there are people in your immediate circle who support you and provide help, possibly even financial support. This assistance helps you cope with the situation you are facing. Pay attention to these people, truly appreciate them, and hold on to them because they help you greatly. You will see their support. In your personal life, I do see a challenging situation at the moment. There are struggles, as I mentioned earlier, and some contradictions. You feel that everything is very difficult. It's almost like you could describe your relationship status on social media as complicated, and it would probably fit you well. There is a lot of struggle, perhaps a sense of competition and a desire to prove something to someone else. Yet you are investing so much energy and effort that you feel like giving up and abandoning it all. You might even conclude that maybe a personal life isn't for you. This is because you don't see the results that would make you happy. You don't see the person or the kind of attention that truly tells you that you deserve love and can succeed in personal life. But I want to tell you that this is not true. You can find this love. You should not give up or believe that you will never find that special love. In the near future, I specifically looked ahead for you. There is a man approaching who can indeed offer you new feelings, love, warmth, attention, and romance. He's a true romantic, someone who knows how to court beautifully, who knows how to express his feelings eloquently, and he can take you quite seriously. He might propose a serious and promising future together. The cards show me that he may come to you precisely when you finally step out of the illusory world you've built for yourself, thinking that the world is hostile to you, that everything is difficult, and that you face nothing but failures, and so on. When you look at this situation differently with a more realistic perspective and move beyond your illusions, understanding that maybe you've exaggerated some aspects of what's happening, then that man, who is already on his way to you, will appear in your life. By working on what I've mentioned so far, you'll open up new opportunities for yourself. This man will be able to come into your life much faster. And when I consulted the cards about what could happen between you and the future you could create with him, I was genuinely happy for you because the cards are incredibly positive. You can see for yourself, at the bottom, there's the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the World. These are beautiful cards for relationships. They always indicate, when drawn for personal life, that these are relationships built on love, mutual understanding, and emotional warmth, where people want to create love, family, joy, and happiness together. This could mean marriage or a transition to a completely different level of relationship, creating a full-fledged family happiness, and joy. This man can be part of your life when you truly pay attention to what's happening with you now and radically change your perspective on it all. Then he will come into your life and finally bring you the long-awaited happiness you so deeply desire. And when I ask the cards what might help you now, what advice they might convey to help you improve your personal life and not miss this chance, the card tells me that you should try to take maximum care of yourself. Look deep into your feelings, allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to live, and fully experience who you are. Unblock your emotions, don't hide or withdraw into yourself. Instead, give yourself the opportunity to cry, to feel sad, to be who you are, to take care of yourself, to be a vulnerable woman who allows that strong man to come into her life and make her happy. Try to work on yourself in terms of softness, vulnerability, femininity, accepting your own emotions, and accepting yourself as you are, a gentle, sensitive woman who simply wants warmth and love. When you allow yourself this, everything in your life will change for the better. I wish for you that this is exactly how things turn out and that everything unfolds in the best possible way, and that your prince soon meets you, and that you are happy together. For those who chose deck number 2, I'm shuffling the cards now. Meanwhile, think about yourself and that desired man. and we'll see what the cards have to say about the one who may already want something more with you than just an acquaintance. Well, shall we begin? I can already see that you, as a woman, are quite strong because strong masculine energies are present in your field, showing who you are and what's happening in your life. I would say you are indeed focused, accomplished, strong, and assertive with quite a dominant male energy. However, when necessary, you can be light, spirited, soft, and joyful in front of a man. Men very likely find this appealing about you. On one hand, you have drive, strength, and determination, while on the other, you possess a softness and lightness that you can skillfully apply, allowing the man next to you to feel his strength and power to a certain extent. I can surely say that the man we are going to talk about is already in your life. He is not someone who will appear soon. Moreover, I would even say that there have been some sort of relations or possibly confrontations with him because the figure of this man is evidently present in your life and the events happening to you. I even have a strong feeling that this man might be your boss or a colleague at work. Maybe you were creating something together in terms of work processes, earning money, or even met through work because somehow these elements, money, man, work, you, seem very closely connected. Despite all this, the man who is in your surroundings and thinks about you, who, shall we say, is not indifferent towards you, is intending to return to your life. Truly, I have a sense that there have been some kind of relations between you before, which apparently ended for some reason, and now he has either already returned to your life or plans to do so. However, it seems he lacks some confidence, as in his thoughts about you he is secretly observing, secretly making plans, watching, thinking, and reflecting on how to approach you correctly. He is an intriguing man as he displays himself subtly to you or returns to your life in a very concealed or possibly unnoticed manner. So, this man, he thinks about you a lot. You attract him very strongly, and, I would even say you excite him in a way. He has a passion for you, a wild desire, especially a wild urge to act, to show himself, to be near you. But there's an interesting story here. Perhaps he can't directly approach you because he thinks you have someone else. It's likely that his intuition is correct. As I mentioned earlier, it's as if there's another man in your field, and now I'm sure there are two. One man seems to be by your side, yes. And this one, who thinks about you and secretly desires to be near you, doesn't make his move because he sees that someone else is courting you or providing for you. He's uncertain about how to approach you, how to make his presence known, how to win you over. So he watches and tries to devise a clever approach. He may be considering orchestrating a chance encounter where you could meet and talk, where he can explain himself to you. I see that he is consumed with feelings, passion, and attraction towards you, a wild desire to take the first step, to honestly express himself, to reveal his intentions and desires regarding you. But again, I see that he is holding this back. He keeps it all inside, hiding as much as he can. Something prevents him from fully opening up to you. It seems there really might be another man in your field who's obstructing the other from approaching you. Either there is indeed a man nearby who acts as a barrier, or he's convinced himself, for some reason, that you have someone, which he possibly noticed or suspected, and now he restrains himself from taking that first step towards you. In the future, I see that he will finally pull himself together, overcome his fears, limitations, and distracting thoughts. He will start actively showing interest in you. I might even say he will try to win you over. The development will depend on the situation. He will indeed try to win you over, but not with pressure or aggression that might make you uncomfortable. Instead, he will do so skillfully, adapting to the situation, trying to win your heart, and approach you in a way that allows for the possibility of being together as a couple. Yes, I believe he will truly strive to win you over, wanting to possess your heart and demonstrate, possibly to another competitor, that he deserves you more. You genuinely deserve to be alongside this man who secretly watches and observes you. In this story, of course, I've drawn advice that will guide you on how to make the most of this situation, this opportunity. The card suggests that you need to honestly acknowledge which of these men is truly the one, and who among them deserves your hand and heart more. It seems like you need to sit down and weigh all the pros and cons, perhaps using an old, tried and tested method of listing one man's name, then the others, writing down the positives and negatives of each, and seeing who has more advantages, and to whom you genuinely have feelings for. If this story involves a situation where the man by your side is perhaps your husband, and the other man who wishes to win you over could be a colleague or someone else, and you're troubled by this because it feels like things with your husband are over, but you can't leave, and you like this other man, yet it's hard to choose. The card recommends that you finally be honest with yourself and those around you. You need to openly confess to both men what you truly feel and desire in relation to each of them. Therefore, you must approach the situation responsibly and honestly to avoid causing pain to yourself or others, and to fully understand it and, to put all the dots over the I. I believe that everything will work out in the best possible way for you. I wish you luck. For those who chose deck number 3, I will now shuffle the cards to see what kind of man this is and whether he is within your circle of acquaintances. Think about yourself, your life, and the man you desire to have by your side, and we will discover what the cards wish to convey to you. Let's begin our reading. I will start by telling you who you are and what is currently happening in your life. I would say that you are quite a rational person who likes to think things through. You are quite curious and interested in acquiring new knowledge, yet you tend to approach life more from a logical perspective. This means you like to analyze, understand cause and effect relationships, and think a lot. Likely, you have a lot to ponder in matters of love as well. There is something you need to reflect on and understand better. Right now, it seems that in your personal life and relationships, as well as in the events surrounding you, you are faced with a choice. You are uncertain and don't know which path to take. The prospect of having to choose, think, and assess is exhausting you to the point where you might want to take a break, rest, and reflect. You do not want to make hasty decisions or actions and prefer to see how things unfold naturally. It's not necessarily a bad desire if you truly feel exhausted and prefer not to make a choice at this moment. You can afford to take a break because I see a man in your field who has taken an interest in you. He is not a frivolous intrigue or a passing glance. This man is quite serious, possibly older than you, established with his career, and might even own a business. He is a man of means and opportunity who takes life and his surroundings seriously. I would say that he has already shown some interest in you, perhaps made some proposals. It might be because of him that you are now faced with a choice, wondering whether you need this in your life. He seems promising and intriguing, yet you're unsure if you should get involved. Perhaps it is worth taking a pause now to reflect on your life in general. He sees this in you, meaning he observes in his thoughts about you that you are indeed deciding how your relationship will develop further. By the way, if there isn't already a man who has offered you something, it is a man who knows you are acquainted with him, you have interacted or communicated with him, and perhaps he has hinted at his feelings, or through his actions shown that you matter to him. You either did not take this hint seriously, or are wondering whether to respond to his flirtations with flirtations of your own, and he truly sees this. He knows that you are also thinking about him, that you seem to have more say in the relationship, that your decisions and behavior will determine how your relationship will develop further. On one hand, this greatly attracts him to you. He sees you as an energetic, sexy, captivating, and charming woman who intrigues him deeply. He might even want to win you over. But on the other hand, he does not like that the decision about the further development of your relationship somewhat depends on you. This is a bit of a contradiction. There are men who are attracted to sharp, mature, independent, strong women. On the other hand, they like this, you know why? Because it motivates them and, let's say, even excites them to show their power and strength to you, to make you feel secure with them as a man. And if you look into his feelings, there is a very interesting scenario where on one hand, he feels good, cheerful, and pleasant with you. He likes and is fond of you. On the other hand, he is somewhat tired of waiting, and he would like some development in the situation. He wants to make a decision about you and speed up the process of your acquaintance communication and move to a new level of communication quicker. And here you need to be very attentive, because if you are genuinely interested in this man, do not miss your chance. And the cards advise you to take action. If you're interested, if you like him, don't miss this chance, because the man seems to be on the edge. He's on the edge between continuing to show his affection for you or realizing that perhaps he's not interesting to you. If you really feel like taking a risk and just giving it a try, then don't miss your chance. Because if you delay, I see that he may start to act more coldly towards you. I would even say he might intentionally show disinterest to provoke you into feeling intrigued. It seems like there's a plan for a game, a hot and cold dynamic, to make you realize what you're missing and encourage you to make the first move. So if you want to avoid this game and start the relationship from a more serious and healthy note, both the cards and what I see suggest that you should take the initiative yourself. Don't hesitate to make the first move. I see potential and a very good chance for you to build a promising future together. It's interesting how the cards show that you have two alternative futures. If you take the initiative, you can build a strong, long-term relationship. But if you hesitate, doubt, or put this on hold, it will turn into a game, leading to disappointment and unpleasant conclusions about this man and this love story in general. The choice is yours, now that you know the two alternative futures that await you with this man, and it's up to you to decide how you want your personal life to unfold. I believe you will make the best choice for yourself, and I wish for the best possible scenario to unfold in your life. I thank you for being with me and for listening to this video until the end. I wish that everything in your life unfolds in the best possible way. Subscribe to this channel so you won't miss fresh new readings on a wide variety of topics, and to stay always in tune with your life. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day.